what's going on, everyone? It's L3 here, and today I have a deathmatch gameplay for you, and it's a pretty awesome one, I gotta admit. It's not my best scoring one, but I still think it's pretty entertaining to watch, and I get a pretty sweet triple stun in the middle of the video you'll have to check out. So, obviously, as you can tell right here, I'm using Disguise and Smoke Bomb as my abilities, and I'm rolling with a 3-kill streak deal right now, but that's just what I kinda started out with, and this is actually, I think, the match where I reach level 30, or maybe it's a match before, but when you reach level 30, you get crafting, which means you can upgrade your abilities, you can make, Disguise, have a less cooldown. So I think I would actually rock a little bit better if I did have my crafting. And there's a couple little mistakes that I'm making here, but please enjoy it anyway. I've noticed lately for some reason in my commentaries I'm either really mellowed out, like really late at night, like 3 in the morning, just talk about Bob Marley chilled out, or I'm really like spastastic. Is that a word? It is now. I'm really like spazzed out, really aggressive. It never seems to be an in-between level unless I have time to relax like now. So here you go. This is kind of my mellow and enthusiastic sound. I hope you hopefully it's not too annoying, but assuming that you're watching this video because you enjoy who I am, I'm just gonna say that you don't find it too annoying. So what do I think of Deathmatch? And you know, I see all these modes of corruption and artifact assault and all that, and those are just absolutely fun. I mean, those are really fun modes to play when I get a couple buddies on. Corruption's alright to play solo. I'm not actually the biggest fan of corruption. I actually like still the artifact better. But anyway, besides that, what I think of Deathmatch, I think it's awesome. It's taken my favorite mode over Wanted. Wanted it's not terrible like I thought it was gonna be, really, but I still think I prefer Deathmatch over this. I'm not really the best at this game. Some people kind of say I'm suck at it, and I don't think I'm actually that bad. And I don't like to toot my own horn a lot, or I really don't like to brag. That's just not who I am. I'm a very modest person. But when it comes to this game, I feel like I definitely have some skill level. I think in Brotherhood, I showed that you know, I could enter tournaments and I could win. I think I went 3-1 was my record or something like that before I stopped playing tournaments. And you know, I have fun with it too. But I think I definitely can hold my own on this. And it's great to play a game where I feel like I'm worth something when it comes to it. When I play games like Call of Duty or something, I really don't feel like I contribute to anything. Battlefield I do because it's really like team oriented, but for the most part, multiplayer games, I don't feel really like, you know, I feel like there's little something like in the game that kind of holds your hand. Like in shooting games, there's aim assist. Don't get me wrong, it does take skill, but just little things like that take away from it. In this game, you can play it so many different ways, and you have to be really clever. You have to get inside your opponent's head. You gotta kind of, it's kind of like a fighting game. I did a lot of fighting game tournaments. You got to anticipate what they're going to do. If you see someone's falling behind you and you turn a corner, you can do one of two things. You can say, oh, well, maybe I can turn this corner, I can stun them, maybe I can throw my smoke bomb, or do something else. It's not necessarily limited to two things, but you get what I'm getting at. You have to be really clever with it, really witty, and when you pull something off that's awesome, like you'll see in the middle of this video, and you know it's because of your own skill and your own willpower, you're like, damn, that was cool. It's just a really cool feeling. So that's how I feel in Deathmatch. I don't feel like there's really anything that's kind of, you know, holding my hand. I feel like it's all me when it comes to it. There's no PC version's better, this is better, blah blah. It's all me. And the reason I say the whole PC version thing is because you get a lot of definitely first-person shooters. Well, on the PC, there's no aim assist, and there's better graphics, and you know, for me, it's whatever you prefer is totally fine with me. I mean, I like all consoles. I like Xbox a little better than most, but I mean, for the most part, they're all the same to me. They all have their, you know, their ups and downs and all that stuff. But anyway, that's kind of rambling on that whole subject. I'm having a lot of fun with Assassin's Creed. Deathmatch is my favorite mode, and Disguise is definitely what I use the most. It's my favorite ability by far because I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Disguise is like being invincible if the people don't see you use it. I mean, you know how hard it is to look for a sentinel when you're disguised as a deacon? I mean, really, unless you're just absolutely obvious, like you're very obvious that you use disguise, or you're running, or you're doing something just, you know, totally out of the ordinary, they're not going to be able to catch you. It's a really, you know, really cool feeling when you can just slip right beside your opponent and kill them, or you know, slip away from your pursuer and stun them. It's really cool. Something in this game that I do want to mention is the stun range is quite large actually. But you know, I'm gonna shut up because here's this really awesome part where I get a triple stun. I'm kind of be quiet because it's so awesome.
Done. Done. Done.
You know, I was really lucky to get that last stun there, the courtesan or courtesan or whatever you want to call her, stupid blade chick. She came running at me and I just punched her in the face. I think it was kind of a surprise effect. I think if the person kind of understood what was going on sooner, they would have got me. But when you're running around the corner and you don't really think about it, you gotta be really fast on your reflexes. But they may have just spawned, they didn't really know who their target was, wasn't paying attention or something like that. So that's that. Also, I do want to mention a perk that I'm using here. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but it's very handy. And let me kind of explain a little bit what it's about. If I have a 5 kill streak, let's say that. Say I'm on 4, and I need one more to get 5. Well, usually if you die, it would reset to 0, which is a total bummer, because if you're ever just like 1 kill streak away in a game, you just understand how big of a bummer that is. But if I use this perk that I have on right now, I would just start from 3. So that way it won't take away your whole kill streak, it would just subtract it by 1. Very, very handy one. That with Blender or just, you know, whatever suits your fancy, tickles your fancy, or whatever. Whatever works for you is good, but that's what I like using. It helps a lot. It helps me maintain my streaks and stuff like that. And you'll see I got greater variety a second ago there. I'm not sure how many extreme varieties I've gotten yet, but it's very easy to get bonuses on this game, especially if you know what you're doing. I see a lot from Esco Blades and Gamers Beverage and Loomer and Subject 17 and yada yada yada. For everyone in the community, I see them just really getting greater variety and, you know, some extreme variety very quickly, and it's quite easy to do that in this game. Right now a lot of the noobs are kind of getting used to it, but I played a couple matches that have been really intense, just really you know, really kept me on the edge of my seat. But for the most part, it's kind of easy picking right now. I feel like I haven't really gotten to a match I've lost, I don't think. And, you know, like I said, I don't want to kind of seem braggy, because I don't think I'm the best at this game or anything like that, but it is. I mean, that's just the truth of it. A lot of people don't know how to play the game. They don't really understand the concepts, and a lot of people are slowly getting used to it. But the people I've played against, when I hop into a match, I'm gonna expect to win. I'm not gonna even expect it to be too close, really, because I find that I win by maybe 2,000 points each game or something like that. I don't know, but like I said, when people get used to it, it's gonna be more intense, and I can't wait, because like I said before, that's one thing in the community that I love, is like meeting other players and seeing their play style. I love seeing how other people play the game, and you know, I love learning things new, and you know, there's always something new to learn from your opponents. So here's hoping to more people getting used to the game and sticking with it, not getting discouraged. That would be great if they stuck with it, because I know the community definitely would love to see some more people. You know, I hate moments like that. As soon as you use your disguise ability, someone kills you, and it just defeats the whole purpose of it. I mean, use your disguise, and you're thinking, alright, let's go in here, let's kill some people, and then you die, so it wastes the cooldown. That's probably my most, that makes me pretty irritated. I gotta admit there, I was trying to think of a fancy adjective to describe that, but no, it just pisses me off, to be honest with you. But here, the Crusader, poor him, get that incognito. He just kind of set it up for me, and threw my smoke bomb too slow. You gotta get used to that. But when people are unpredictable like that, I don't know if they're gonna charge at me or if they're gonna kind of chill and walk towards me. I will give you a very helpful hint if you are new to the game and you don't really understand how I spot my pursuers. Very simple way. When you hear whispers are a lot more quiet in this game, so I don't even expect a lot of new players to even understand what they mean, let alone hear them, because it's kind of muffled up by the music. But if you think someone's after you and you think they're directly behind you, just kind of walk really fast from them, or run, or do whatever you do have to get away from them. If they're walking fast, you can tell between a slow walk and a fast walk. That's definitely a good indicator. Another way is you are playing online, so there's going to be a tad bit of latency. When they walk, you're going to see them kind of walk in this odd pattern. It's hard to explain unless you know what they're going to do, but they just walk in this really odd pattern, and you just have to understand what it is, and it's almost like they're a little bit glitchy, maybe. I don't know how to explain it, but regular NPCs walk really smooth, and you know, they may walk a obscure path or something like that, but the people that are after you, they will walk. You know, you can just tell by their walking the way they do. Hard to explain. Once you figure it out, maybe I'll make a tutorial video on that. Maybe a tips and tricks video. I don't know if you guys like to see that. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it this long, then you totally rock. I'll give you a cookie. And if you mention that in the comments, then I know you stayed that long. So thanks, guys, for watching. A like helps a lot, helps support my channel, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you haven't already. That's the easiest way to connect with me, and I can chat with you guys, and it just rocks.